Hello and welcome everybody to this episode of the Future Rails Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Jordan, Admiral Athrana, and with me today we have Brenda Macabo,
Hi, everybody.
Furious,
Oh, we're doing name moments. Hey, what's up?
Sith Knight X Zone 5,
Hello.
and Spragsy Jr.
Hey guys.
So today we're going to be talking mostly about the developers and what they've been telling us in the past few weeks. So let's start off with the oldest news, the Q&A they did about a week ago? Yeah, almost 2 weeks ago now. So in this Q&A, it was basically out of nowhere. They put out this message, I think 2 hours before they did it, and I think it was like 10 o'clock Eastern U.S. time when they put out the message.
Isn't it on St. Patrick's Day, too?
I think so. 17th St. Patrick's Day? 17th was St. Patrick's Day, so a lot of people weren't even, conscious at that point.
On purpose?
Maybe. So the devs basically opened up a thread. Anyone could kind of write in a question, and then most of those questions got answered. There were actually a lot of questions chosen to be answered. It's just the answers weren't so good, and some were. So we're just gonna read out a couple of our questions and answers that we liked, and just kind of talk about them a bit. Curious, I think you had one.
Curious. I think he's...
Okay. So
okay, thanks. Good one, Furious.
Hey, relax. I was changing my voice setting.
Ah.
I asked you where you sound exactly like you did a minute ago.
Well, I changed it to push to talk because my dog was crying. He gets jealous when I'm on the phone. But yeah, anyways, the one that I really liked was
official podcast member.
Yeah, we should let her on.
We should tag him. We'll have a girl dog. Anyways,
I don't know.
Galactic Hero bonus in the Sith raid. You get potency. Why? So yeah, paraphrasing. You get 30% potency or whatever it is, and it's pretty much useless because of all the stacking tenacity. And the rough answer was, well, that could change in the future. And to me, that was a big confirmation that we're going to get some people that line up maybe with the Galactic Republic stuff. And man, that would be really awesome. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, that seems like definitely hinting at Jedi, because we're the Galactic Heroes. We've got Rey, or Jedi
Anakin
Rey,
Skywalker.
CLS, Anakin, and Grandmaster Yoda. Those are our 4 Galactic Heroes.
Yeah, Grandmaster Yoda's on there too, which I was like, oh man, 2 Jedi.
Right, 2 Galactic Republic Jedi who are currently terrible.
Well, okay, here's my problem with this. Because I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like they don't know their game, and when they answer things, they're answering it without the knowledge that we have. So it says here, this is crazy when you think about how they answer it, but they say, as we recently detailed in one of my posts, raids are time capsules. So that could basically mean they're not even talking about the Sith raid for the answer. As the game changes, teams and squads that were once relevant in the beginning may drop out of favor of squads that have recently become relevant. Galactic Hero tag may seem relevant now, but may not seem relevant now, but may be relevant later. So that could either be a new character, a different raid, the same raid with the same characters, but a rework. I mean, I don't even know how to take some of their answers here. I mean, the plus with this answer is that they didn't refer to a previous answer like they did on half the questions, but it doesn't seem to say anything. I could take it like 5 different ways. Half of which are really optimistic. Like, I'd love them to, kind of beef up like Yoda, for instance. He's useless now. He's sort of useless. It's like promising, but at the same time, I wonder if they even know what they're talking about.
So
I thought it was pretty direct though. It says potency, Grandmaster Yoda and Anakin, minimal potency users, right? So, I mean, there's got to be some type of leadership or thing that connects them that can make that cool down the line. There must be something. I really doubt they just did that for no reason.
But they don't address the issue, which is potency versus tenacity. They talked about the TMR, which is the... And I think the reason why the person asking that question did was like, hey, instead of killing potency and then killing like all the teams that applied dots, why don't you just take away the TMR so let's go.
Yeah, which was kind of a separate part of the question, and that was also a good question, don't get me wrong. But I just thought that their answer on that particular part was really interesting because it seemed like it foreshadowed things that would probably come up later this year.
Yeah, so I'm reading it more as I was reading it more as they're saying like, hey, the Galactic Hero tag might not have a use right now, but I'm reading the last part especially, as the game changes, some strategies that couldn't be executed may become available later. So I'm seeing that more as, yeah, either they introduce a new Jedi or rework a Jedi with a leadership that revolves around potency, like gives all their characters a chance of inflicting some debuff, or as like a future raid, and they're just gonna keep using Galactic Hero from here on out.
Or it could be something that turns your potency into a stat, like kind of like Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh, that's also an option. I didn't think about that one.
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff they can do.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool thing. And it just, I don't know, it seems even more true to me because I feel like the Separatists are probably on deck for this year too. And I don't know, it seems like they would kind of do both.
Yeah, they definitely could. We definitely could be getting a Jedi rework.
Yeah, and I'd be quite excited for that. I like the Republican Separatist stuff. So if we get something that makes those characters more usable, adds more characters, I'd be up for that.
What, you're expecting General Grievous to be farmed?
Dude, he's going to be Meta Grievous. Yeah, mine's 7-star.
You said you haven't got him 7-star, some of you.
I don't think I have him unlocked.
Wow, that's
Wow.
Yeah, I have him 7-star. I mean, I just assume, I haven't geared him, of course, because he's completely useless, but...
Well, no, yeah, of course, but it's inevitable that eventually he's going to be, useful.
Oh, yeah,
good.
But to get him, I would have to sacrifice very valuable currency for him, rather than something else.
That's true.
Here.
But you might as well, because hear me out on this point. He is so rare that you're not really wasting currency on him because he's so very rarely there. He really is a low impact farm.
Are you talking about the fleet store or the shipment or the shard?
Fleet store.
I would definitely not use Shard Shop. He's way too expensive in Shard Shop. Like, the amount of gear you could get for his shards are like, you could probably get 25 Carbonis for like 5 grand.
Yeah, the Shard Shop's where it's the waste.
But the fleet store has so many better things.
Yeah, you'll get done in the fleet store more quickly.
Store, you could passively farm him. If you just bought him every time you see him, you're going to very rarely buy him, and he's going to take you probably 4 or 5 months to farm.
Yeah, but Zetas.
But you're not going to hold it back that far. Believe me. If you just buy Zetas and him, you're pretty much going to buy Zetas at the same pace you buy Zetas. He is really not that. He's not like a character like Cody, who's in the fleet store a lot. He's a super rare pop.
Bro, I'm so on the Grievous train that I've been farming up my Magna Guard.
Oh yeah, I'm about to 7-star.
Straight up, like yeah, I'm on the 7-star my Magna Guard.
You kidding me? I'm 30 shards away from that son of a bitch. He is.
I think I'm like 60 or something, maybe.
Come on, believe me. Like eventually, he's going to be relevant. But I think the cool thing with Grievous though is that because he's in fleet, if it's just all Zetas and Grievous, he's so rare you'll barely notice him.
So one of the next questions that was asked that I found interesting was, someone asked, Zakor asked, are 7-mods and level cap increase coming? We have several people indicating a lot of resources and time into dedicating, not indicating, a lot of resources and time into upgrading the already existing content. I believe it is a warranted question to ask to know if this is going to cripple us in the long run. And CG said, both the mod system and the level system are designed to accommodate further increases in levels. We are not planning to change either in the very near term, but eventually they will be. That's like the most direct answer I think we've ever gotten from them on anything. Not yet, but in the future.
I know, but it's just like, I hate those answers because it could be next week. Like, what was it? They said that something like, we have no plans to do this in the near future, and then they did it like a month later.
Yeah, what is the near future? That's the question.
Yeah, is it a week? Is it 2 weeks, and then a month is fair game? I don't get it.
To be fair, again, that is the most direct answer we've ever had to any of those questions.
As soon as they start making money is the answer.
They said these will both happen at some point. very definitively, and I don't think we've ever had them definitively say there will be a level increase or there will be a mod star increase before this.
They came out with the new mod store with credits and fleet currency. I really thought they were going to up the levels and add new mods like a week after that. Like just as soon as we drain our credits, it's like, yep, now you need them.
How are you guys doing in the Sith raid?
We're doing a lot worse than we should be. Be the short version of that.
Yeah. I think you're
It's like
either doing heroic or you're hating your life. I think that's basically the two options.
We started doing tier 6. I mean, the rewards can be decent in tier 6, but really, I had some bad luck with that. It seemed like people just weren't hitting the raid. People weren't enthused or energized, which meant that nobody was hitting it, and it just would linger and not go away, and everybody... So, needless to say, it's been kind of a pain, and we went down to tier 5, which is, like, makes me, like, my head just... I just want to explode that we're doing tier 5. But, pretty rough.
We're working towards tier 7, but it's, we're still struggling to get those raid teams done. A lot of people only just unlocked Ray. But it's coming.
That's we're counting on you. Get your Treya. Show us how good she is.
No way. A lot of people don't have their Ray though, so I mean.
Now speaking
part of the
how
deal.
much I hate my life? Tier 5, guys.
Speaking of the Sith raid and all these, someone else asked, was the goal of the new Sith raid aimed only to appease Ultra Whale guilds? Because they said everything less than a tier 7 is no fun at all. So why not just release new gear levels or mods or whatever at the same time so that we actually had a chance, as opposed to only appealing to the Ultra Whale guilds? And CG responded that basically they're trying to satisfy a number of different player subpopulations at the same time. So both rising rosters and large rosters. They want a challenging puzzle for the large rosters, but something to aspire to for the weaker rosters. And
you know what?
blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, they said, next time we're looking at the Sith raid, we'll look at the raid rewards and decide if we want higher.
5 rewards blow. They seriously, it's not even worth doing it, except for the guild, the raid store currency. Really fun. I mean, honestly, like, I've never really, it's like Rancor. I don't have fun doing Rancor. I do it, it's a
I have
job.
plenty of fun doing Rancor because I just auto and walk away.
You're not attentive to it.
Right, dude, the funnest part of raids is the loot box.
Like opening the loot.
When you open your mail, right, you're all, woo, that's the moment.
I wish that, like, what happened was the guild
Two full pieces, you see this shit, that's when raids are good.
Guilds were given all the loot that players got, and then it went to, like, WoW-style rewards where the guild leader would sort of, like, divvy it up and you had raid points that the guild tracks. Like, did you guys play WoW with that?
I did, but
well,
I also was never in a guild.
Getting into DKP?
Yeah, oh my god, that's what I want. I want that in this game so much.
Mind if I roll need?
I'm rolling need, guys, but you're a druid!
You're like, bro, I got so much DKP, you're not getting shit. I haven't got a piece in 6 weeks.
Drax, but you're a druid, dude. I can tank. I'm an off tank.
He would be
50
a druid.
million DKP.
Minus.
But the other thing that question kind of makes me think is that, like it's obviously, like, as the weeks have gone on, I mean, there's a lot of guilds doing the heroic, and thankfully you don't need to be a whale to do it. So it's more accessible than it seemed at first, which is good. I think Nihilus is really my only problem, which is just I don't like that fight. But, like, a lot of people tell me Nihilus is the easiest part of the raid, which I disagree with that, but I was talking to Thane the other night about that, and he said Nihilus was the easiest, and it's
This is the hardest because you never know if he's just going to kill you or not. He just sometimes decides he wants to murder you.
he can murder you, but he doesn't. And then it's like, well,
That's the easiest fight. All you do is throw your resistance clowns in there and write it out. It's like way easy.
I mean, it is there, but I mean, like, my problem is just I like to make me sound like a loser, but I like to kind of have an idea of what's going to happen, and when Annihilate's off of cooldown, he should use it. But like, I've popped my like "Don't kill me" button, and then he doesn't use it, and then it expires, and then I'm dead next turn. And it's like, come
Or
on.
when he's at like 4 turns left on it, but he's drained forces up, so he might get it, he might not.
He drained forces and then annihilates next turn, and it's like, ooh.
Right? You have no way of planning around that. You're like, is he gonna use it? Is he not? Who knows?
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that I hate, but manageable fight.
Who are you guys doing for phase 2?
I've seen things where people like Phoenix.
I know a lot of people doing Phoenix, but that's so gear dependent. God.
I don't want to do Phoenix. You can keep the Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm not doing Phoenix.
Well, speaking of gear, here's another thing that someone brought up. Someone asked, is there any plans for the insane stockpiles of gear we have? Like, they were like, is there going to be a way to sell them back, to trade them up, something other than just making us sit on thousands of pieces of gear? To which they basically said, no. Long story short, no. You will never be able to do that because they didn't like the way it felt for...
You're going to have 1,000 of this bullshit piece the rest of your game existence.
Yep. That's basically what they told us.
I don't get why you can't just throw that shit in a pile and turn it into a higher level piece. I just don't get it.
Use Mark III Carbonis for everything. Mark III Carbonis were supposed to be like a Gear 7, 8 thing, but they're everywhere. You know. Meanwhile, I have Mark IV Carbonis that I barely ever use.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gear Crunch is real.
To me, it just seems like it's stupid. It's like they picked 7 pieces of gear and they made the game around that. Eyeballs, the gold eyeballs, Carbonis, cuffs.
Yeah. Hey, we didn't say it on the notes, but I was curious. Are you guys surprised they didn't release anything with the DVD and Blu-ray release of Last Jedi?
It was the digital and the retread of the Rey event was what they claimed their gift was. I wanted a Bodhi. I wanted a bullshit character that was free.
Yeah, me too. I was all pumped about it. I was like, give me my Bodhi and some crystals or whatever. Like last time, I was all excited. I'm glad you agree with me on that, because I was like, come on, man, just give me some bum and throw them in there with 2 stars. Let me have them.
Yeah, I mean, at least give me something.
Right? Like, why not?
Like, he sucks.
Yeah, like, he can totally blow. Like, but just, come on. Like, why not?
Jay would have been perfect. Like,
Yeah, there could have been it could have been anybody. I would have been satisfied. Like,
I just want to know where my BB-90 is. I want that.
Right, there you go. That would have been fine. That would have been fine. I would have taken it. Any little thing. I just don't understand. Last Jedi Chewbacca. That's what I really wanted. That would have been awesome.
What's the gambling, the casino planet they were on?
Oh, I forget what it's called.
Yeah, they could have made, like, one of the police officers.
Yeah, like, come on.
Been tough, and I would have been fine with it.
Oh, Canto Bite. Yeah, that's what it's called. Spragsy.
But good call, Spragsy. Like a Canto Bite police.
I'm just saying, I bought that movie right when it came out on Blu-ray, and I watched it again, and man, Chewbacca really carries the movie.
Well, speaking of characters, we are getting an update on... Well, 2 things with characters. First, we are getting an update on the character cadence tomorrow, and tomorrow being Friday, March 30th, for anyone wanting an actual timestamp. And the other thing is they said that they are not done with characters from basically any period. They said they will continue releasing characters from basically all periods, including The Last Jedi. We're not done with Last Jedi characters.
Rogue One. I mean, like that's insane if they put another Rogue One character in the game. Like, let's be honest about one.
Yeah,
There's
but they were
always-
given
there's always
they're
Silverera.
just giving you like, well, you know, in case they ever want to pull somebody out of the box, they just want to leave that out there for themselves. Even if they don't think they'll ever do it. No reason to close any doors.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we are getting an update to the character release cadence tomorrow. So I'm pretty pumped for that one.
I'm not going to hold my breath, I'll tell you right now.
You'll never have That's what it says. You'll never.
I don't mean to be cruel. I don't mean to be cruel, but really, like, I'm not going to believe it until it's in the game. Like, I don't even care what they say on the forum post or whatever. Until I see it, I'm very skeptical. It's like the fourth time they fixed the cadence or something.
But wait, in their defense, other than the Talzin and company, is there really anything that's outside of the cadence?
It's pretty loose, I would say. Looser than it needs to be.
But it's within a week or two of what it should be. Like, the kind of the
I
character...
agree.
I mean, am I wrong about that, or am I forgetting something?
Well, the part that you're missing is it used to be, they used to go into the stores and shit, too. So, like, when's the last time that happened? That doesn't happen anymore. That used to be in the cadence. Like the original cadence, people used to go to stores after, like,
But not every
certain amount of
character
time.
went to stores. Like, the last
Right,
one...
but some of them did. When was the last time we got a character added to a store? Think about it.
Phoenix, for sure.
Cassian
Phoenix is the
Ewing.
last- Yeah, but that's a ship, not a pilot. I mean, not a person.
He reworked to the Fleet store and the Guild store. Those both saw some
Right,
extra
yeah.
characters being added there.
So the guild store, they added a few guys, which was cool. So yeah, I would count that. But it seems like that's
First
the
Order
only
TIE
place
Fighter
we're gonna.
pilot.
It seems like that's the only place we're gonna get characters anymore. Like you're gonna get all your starter characters out of the Cantina store, and the Galactic War store, and the Squad store, and then you're gonna use your guild currency and your fleet currency to get like the upper tier or different, characters. It seems like for the most part.
Morian Guard.
I think
Right?
we need
Doesn't it
hard
kind of seem like
notes.
that way? Like all the higher tier guys you get out of these other places, all the ones that have bigger requirements and stuff like that, you get them out of the guild store, you get them out of the fleet store, and it just seems like every single guy is in there.
They're putting more and more in hard notes as well.
Yeah, but it used to be like, they used to throw a dude in the store every now and then, Galactic War or elsewhere, so I'm just a little confused with the cadence.
Maybe they left it a bit long. Everyone saved up the currency now, so they kind of can't.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
free character.
that's a good idea too. That could really be what it is.
They can see how much currency everybody has. And if you're looking at everybody kind of having 20,000 currency in every store, it's just like any character added to a store is a 2-week farm for people, so...
Yeah, but what if they added somebody that was totally badass to the Galactic War store and he cost like 3 times as much, I would still buy him.
That's interesting, like having higher prices for shards.
Yeah, even if that was the case, if it was the Galactic War store, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'd be okay with exclusive characters like that, These guys are badass. They cost a little more, just like in the shard shop or whatever.
I still would love to have a legendary Jar Jar Binks available only in Bronziums. Would be great. You get him like 15 shards at a time. He's a 7-star unlock.
I think they're trying their best to forget that, the prequels existed.
They kind of.
I don't know, man. I think you'll see Clone Wars stuff this year.
Yeah, but that's going to be actual Clone Wars, not prequel movies.
I don't know. I don't know about that. It's might be a mix of both.
What's his name?
Gonna get the Battle of Geonosis, maybe.
Racist, caricatured frog. What's his name? Like, that'll never be in the game. Jar Jar's
The Leonard Nimoydians?
It was so bad. Yeah, okay. The other thing too, like going back to the answers, was they did address that, where they said that they had no plans of altering like Arena and Galactic War. So it looks like what's in there now is we're stuck with it.
Well, hold on. What was
Here.
the? Because I feel like the actual question was worded weird, kind of weird. I thought.
My impression was I could have taken it two ways. Either A, they were going to keep it the way it was and not add gear and like have the ability to add characters to it, or just freeze it basically.
Right,
That's how I wasn't sure what the
right, because no one asked, "Are you going to add more characters to these stores?" The question was, when are the Galactic War store and Arena store going to be updated? Now, when they say update, you look at the Shard Shop and the Fleet Store and the Guild and the Guild Store. Those were updated and they started offering gear and everything at reasonable prices, or changing up the shards. They basically changed up how they worked. This is just different. So I don't know. No one asked the right question, and I'm kind of annoyed at them for it.
yeah. Well, I agree. The question was garbage, hot garbage. And from their perspective, if they answered it like, well, the last three stores we updated, like you said, were Fleet, Raid, and Shard Shop. Those are pretty big. They might not have any plans for that, but the characters might be changing.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Because I hope they do add, like Panda, for instance, would be a perfect.
The thing that I really, really dislike about this is really simple. Why do I need to use my currency?
I wish I could help to be connected to
Oh, whoa, my Siri just went off. That was random.
Call mom. Call mom.
No, I know, right? I don't even have my Siri on. That was random. Sorry about that. I was just tripping out. Why should I have to use all my currency in two stores to pay for one store to buy stuff? Like, that just sucks. Why do I have to do that? I got to use this store and that store to buy stuff so I can convert it to currency for this store so that I can buy the shit I actually need. Like, who wants to do that? Nobody. And that's what they're saying is the plan for the future. That's a crap plan. I don't like that at all. It's weak.
And what? Why did they make characters in the raid store 50 shards more than, or 50 currency more than they were? Like, what was the point to that? Like, they just went from 400 to 450. Like, what inflation are we dealing with? Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was just a test, you know?
Still higher prices without open revolt.
How much bullshit are they willing to accept? Well, it seems like they realize the breaking point, and that's like Marvel Strike Force is the breaking point, because all of a sudden they're turning everything around.
Well, honestly, the guild currency one makes sense. There's a simple answer to that one. It's because they added another raid, and we're getting a shitload more guild currency.
Inconsequential if you think about.
That's why they're doing it. We're just getting a lot more currency, so they made the shit in there a little more expensive for you.
But they made the gear so affordable.
So that's the catch about it, you know? That's why it's kind of a pain. You got to decide what you need.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Anything else you guys wanted to talk about here? Because I know that Seth, what do you got cooking there, man?
What? Sorry. Something I didn't really quite hear.
What?
What?
He's like, I'm not cooking.
I'm not cooking. Who said I was cooking?
No one, right?
Just have like a meth lab or something? Is that what you're talking about, Brendo?
So anyways,
Well, that'd be awesome if you did, though. That'd be awesome. I am the one who knocks.
well, anyway, what did you ask me?
No, what did you? Because I know you said you were running out of time here, so I wanted to know if you wanted to talk about anything.
I hadn't really, I haven't really got anything else to add. I will say that I would really like to see some more characters in the, older traditional stores like Galactic War, especially since I'm done in Galactic War now. I feel like
Congrats.
that was a part of the game. You could always rely on, every few months or weeks, whatever, you'd get a new character in these free stores. You could find, maybe they weren't the best, but they were, you at least you had something to work on,
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't want to see those stores become totally irrelevant and just kind of a farming charge currency location. That seems pretty stupid to me.
Finish all your ships too?
Like I've got like 1 or 2 ships, like Plo Koon. I've done pretty much all the ships from there.
And Tuscan Raider, and I'm almost done with him, and then after that it's just the garbage ships that I never did.
Yeah, I finished Tuscan Raider like 2 days ago, so.
I have a couple things I should do in there, but right now I've been lazy and using it for shard shop currency.
Yeah, I use it for shard shop currency too.
Important. I just want to close down all the stores because once that's behind me, it's behind me. You know.
I'm keeping like
do you have your
10k on
Jedi
me at
Ray?
any time.
Do I have
Did
Jedi
you guys
Ray?
get your Ray?
I got it first time.
But Sith and
Yeah, the
Sprags, you
first
didn't.
time around.
I didn't get Reno because I didn't have the vets done.
Tisk.
Get it the second time?
What about you? What about you, Spraggers?
Come on, Spraggers. This is a nickname. Since he's
I
not
forgot. I think he has technical difficulties. My bad.
No Ray for me.
You guys are
Brutal.
guilty.
It must be a British
You guys are-
thing.
I know. On the British Isles, they don't. No, whatever.
They're like, we don't like foreheads over here.
See, I was working on like Death Trooper and other raid tunes and things I needed, and then suddenly they spring this Ray on me that I wasn't expecting.
The real answer is over here in America, we like winning.
Yeah, that's why I
Or
farmed
you'll
the
just spend
vets.
money.
Oh my god,
may be
that was.
true too. But I mean, like, it is possible to do it. Without
Yeah, I bit the bullet. I farmed Ray as soon as they were like, "Hey, Ray is gonna be a thing." It sucked, but I'm glad I did it, and she's really good, so it's panning out.
We just like winning more than you do.
I mean, like, yeah, I got her the first time around because I knew she was going to be important.
I couldn't swallow being one of the only people without her. Like, that's really what it came down to. I didn't want to have her. I just didn't want to not have her.
Fear of missing out. That's a good thing. Like, I didn't want her to be really good, and then like my whole arena shard has Ray, and then I'm just like sitting there with CLS, like, hey, come on, guys, I've got Captain.
Yeah, exactly.
Here I go. You know, then I'm dead. Oh god. No,
You know what? I don't regret it because she's what took me to top 10 in the they're like into the placements in my arena shard, and now it's Palp keeping me there.
Yeah, well, you know, like the other thing too, though, and it was we were talking about what has CG given us and how they don't do anything. Kylo Ren Unmasked was basically a gift, or as close to a gift as we're going to get from those assholes, and like he ruined everybody's Ray farm. You know, like everybody that's like, yeah, I'm going to work on the vets. I'm going to get Ray next time. Then it's like, I'm going to go all in on crew. And then they get crew. Like, hey guys, 7-star crew. And then it's like Ray's coming back. And it's like, well, my vets aren't done. I can't do it.
Yeah, you really had to choose sides on that one. I'm glad I ended up choosing Ray, but it sucks because my Kylo Ren Unmasked is like freaking 3 stars or whatever still.
You can get him 7-starred in like 2 weeks. He's so easy. He's on a 10 energy node. You just
but why? Like, he's like 4th or 15 in line for most people.
So just to kind of wrap up some of the old news stuff, they said that they are kind of working on my management system, but not really. Sorry, Brendo.
on what?
CG said they are.
Management.
They know about mod management, and that it is top of their mind, and they're talking about what they need to do to improve it and make it easier to use. But no plans yet.
I know they know about mod management because I received the cease and desist order for me writing letters to them every day of my life about mod management, outlining a plan.
That's all I have for Q&A. But yesterday,
Brendo's like, I know that they know. They saw me in the parking lot there last Tuesday.
yesterday,
Oh, the sign that says mod management outside.
Yesterday they announced the change to. Yesterday they announced a change to the monthly login, where now your monthly login will always provide you at least 1 Zeta Mat and some Omegas, and 7 times out of the year will provide you 2 Zeta Mats.
I thought it was 1 full Zeta.
I'll take it.
I thought it was one full Zeta, and I was like disappointed that it was a mat. I was like, a Zeta!
Oh, a full one? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, this is the greatest change, and I'm like, oh, it's just a mat.
What kind of hippie would you get everything for free island do you live on?
I don't know, but I want to be there. I'm not gonna blame too hard for that one because I would love that to be the case.
Right? Brendo's like, they're passing out Zetas, bro. Full one.
Zetas, dude. I'm getting some methadone, and then I'm gonna get a Zeta. It's gonna be awesome, man.
The whole thing is just click and go, bro.
They're also, I think they're increasing a couple other things. Hold on.
I like the Omega a lot. That was pretty swell. And also, they're just taking out a lot of the crap days. Because there's days you log in and you get some training droids. You're like, this is stupid.
Right, so every month, you will now get 40... You will no longer get the Mark III binoculars. Or, like, you'll no longer get some of the shit gear. You'll get 44 more Mark II training droids, 91 more Mark III, or Tier 3 training droids, 200 more crystals a month, 260,000 more credits a month, 12 more character shards a month, bringing up to 42 character shards in the month. On months with 31 days, 2 Zetas, and every month, 1 more Omega.
It's nice. I'm happy. I can't complain about it.
They talked about why such a low number of Zetas, and they basically said, hey,
that's a great update.
Wanted to end up this amount of, like, everyone gets an extra Zeta in the year. So everyone basically gets an extra Zeta or 2 in the entire year.
That's a problem with communities sometimes, is people don't know when to just smile and wave. Like, they gave you something, shut the fuck up, and just be like, oh yeah, cool. Don't say shit.
No, that's a fair point.
We had less, now we get more. So shut the fuck up.
But at the same time, sometimes you do need to be like, all right, this is a great step.
I mean, I hear you, but you only get to do that once, so you got to save it for when it really counts.
It did kind of piss me off a little bit, irritated me a little bit that they think that we get an extra Zeta a year out of this. There's not 20, months enough. I guess with the 7 months of the double, I guess that's almost a...
Right, you get 19 Zeta mats in a year.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Which is essentially a Zeta, so...
I'll grant them that. That's fine. I'm fine with it.
Thank you, Lord Brendo.
I'm pumped about it. Especially, once you get your Ewok lady and your Night Sister lady and your Ewok dude set up, that's going to be even how many more per year for free,
That'll be nice when those go available.
Yeah, I mean, I've been working on my Wicket. He's getting pretty close, so, I mean, that's a lot of Zetas. I'm taking them. I don't think those are going anywhere.
That's a nice step, in my opinion. It could be better, but...
Yeah, to me, that's in the last, 6 months or whatever, we got 2 new ways to obtain Zetas. I'll take it.
You know what? Progress is progress.
Yeah, when you're like, I can only get them 1 way, but now I can get them 3 ways. I mean, that's getting what you asked for. I don't know.
That sounds like a nice little song there, 3 ways with a Zeta.
No, three ways you're getting what you asked for.
I'm just really looking forward to the character release cadence they promised us tomorrow.
I just hope they don't mention... I'm going to say it. I hope they don't mention anything about Talzin. Because, I've been...
They said verbatim that they said they very specifically said they will specifically mention them.
Yeah, they're going to mention them. They're going to be like, Talzin guys, 4 months from now, free to play.
It's entirely free to play. And then it's like it never happens.
You're welcome.
It'll be in August, guys.
We want
August
again.
We want August to be great, so Wicket, Talzin, everybody, we're just going to hold them all till August. Enjoy your solo movie characters, though. They're coming up soon. We know that's coming, right? That's got to be announced.
How many more Hans? How many more Hans we're going to end up with?
2-3 weeks. We're going to end up with one Han to rule them all, dude. He's going to have a Han leadership, right?
The young Lando, big time, and
Chewbacca. Come on, man. Why does nobody give a shit about Chewbacca?
Look, I'm just sick of all the multiple characters. We don't...
Mostly I don't give a shit about Chewbacca because I don't give a shit about the movie. But
I just want one Chewbacca that's good. That's all.
I'm such a hypocrite. I just said I want young Lando, and then I said I'm sick of multiple characters.
Yeah, the
Brenda,
multiple
we know
character
you're
thing is
just a despicable hypocrite, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
anybody that's a rebel, he's like, ooh.
Now, guys, with way
He's like, he's young, he has minimal facial hair, he's a rebel. My favorite.
Yeah, here we go. Donald Driver, dude, Childish Gambino.
Yeah, you know, Biggs, Wedge, Luke. See, Captain Han. You get to call him Captain.
Oh,
I
God.
just,
I'm sick
I
of-
now that you've said it, Furious, I'm just waiting for the like Han leadership. All Han
Dude, right,
Solos
it's-
gain an extra.
Yeah. I'm really like, why not?
All
They
Han.
might as well go all out. If they add another Han, they might as well just go all out, and it should be like hands down, or what? Just go full cheese.
Dude, Han's down. Han's down.
That's his leadership or whatever. Gets bonuses per Han.
Stacking every turn.
Each Han provides a different.
shares. All
Every
the
Han on your
share
team
uniques
provides
like
a
Phoenix
bonus
team.
to. Hold on. Every Han on your team provides a bonus to everyone on your team.
Yeah, it's like our team.
Therefore, it incentivizes you to just stack Hans. Veteran Han gives everyone a crit chance.
His leadership is just whenever Han shoots too.
Han shot
Whenever-
first,
whenever-
Han
whenever
shot
Han
first,
shoots a
second,
basic
third,
attack.
fourth, and fifth.
Yeah, all the other Hans just assist on attack. I swear to God, I'm not. There's gonna be a fifth Han. Like, there's gonna be for sure. There's no way there's not gonna be.
We're obviously gonna get a fifth Han. That's
Yeah. So let's drive that home. Get ready for your next Han. Maybe you don't have your veteran Han yet, even, but we're gonna have another one, juvenile Red Cup Han or whatever.
Great plan. I like this plan.
Han's in a little space stroller.
And Greedo is the what do you call it for next month? You guys saw that too, right?
Yep. Login character Greedo.
Bounty hunter stuff. And they said it's not going to be a character that's going to really matter, but they said it's going to be the theme. And they keep saying that theme. So sounds like Bounty Hunter.
Django
Scoundrel.
Well, they said they try and make it a character that matters.
He's also
but
a scoundrel.
They said they'll try and make it characters that matter, but at the very least, they want it to be theme. They did talk about that yesterday as well.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm thinking it's got to be scoundrel, maybe bounty hunter.
Do you think maybe the bounty hunters are going to get a nerf?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stormtrooper Han, it's he said Greedo's going to be taken down a notch in April.
Maybe they'll give him some type of synergy. That'd be cool. You could run Han with Greedo and stuff.
Maybe Han's gonna be our next heroic character. Hero's Journey Han
We
Solo.
get a Jabba
Oh, God, that would be painful.
like a Jabba the Hutt character. Like,
Another light side hero's journey. Ugh.
Jabba the Hutt, right? Like Greedo, right? Jabba hired him, so why not put Jabba in the game?
I wish that they had, not as a playable character, but just like some game mode that involved Jabba. Like you do some shit with Jabba, because he's such an iconic character. And I feel like it's kind of lame that he's not utilized.
Sprags is talking about Jango Fett, OG Han rework, bring back Rebels. I don't want Rebels to come back. I'm happy they're gone. They can stay gone.
Or
They're
Jango
not even really
Fett.
gone.
Ugh.
Jango Fett, but Jabba the Hutt legendary requiring 5 Hans.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet.
Brutal.
Good job, Spragsy. I like it. I like the theory
I'd
crafted.
rather have
CG
I'd rather
hire
have Slave
Spragsy.
Leia. You use five Hans to fight Jabba, and you get Slave Leia.
New raid. I like it.
Not hate
Right.
that. I would not hate that.
It would
Right,
be
I'm
better
just
than this
saying.
raid.
Definitely use another Leia.
Nobody would mind if we got Slave Leia. I'd rather have Slave Leia than a fifth Han.
Indentured servant Leia.
Why do we not have sequel trilogy Leia yet.
It's not gonna happen.
She's the only one of the three alive.
Not gonna happen.
She could fly, flying Leia. That'd be cool.
Super Leia.
Space Leia.
The only
Yeah,
one
Leia
of the
Pop-
three of
Leia
the original
Poppins.
three alive in the movies. So the opposite is true in real life. I don't know. So they really made a bad gamble.
Ironically, the only one that died. I mean, they really had the thing that I don't get about The Last Jedi, and I don't think we ever really hit this one hard. It's that the one person who's actually dead is the character that they didn't kill off in the movie, and they had the chance to recut it after she died. Why do you not kill her off when you had the chance to kill her off?
They wanted a good way of sending her off.
They wanted to mix it up. I don't know.
Dead. I mean, you can't change it. I'm sorry. Good way of sending her off. She died.
They're just gonna have to. They're just gonna have to salvage it in the next movie, dude. And
She
and
probably
Han's
also
gonna
already
pull
had
a-
seeds
Han's
recorded
gonna
for
pull
the
a
next
Darth
movie.
Maul and still be alive.
They record these in advance. She probably have seen some scenes for her in the next movie already.
Yeah,
Or at
but you
least
could
footage they can pull from.
believe they said she's not in the next movie at all, and they're not going to CG her, and they're just going to I'm assuming they're going to have in the opening scroll say that she died. I think.
No, she's gonna be like Akbar. They're gonna be like, she died in the crash, and that'll be it.
I mean, to me, it's like they had the chance to kill her off in the movie, and make Holdo a bigger character, but they didn't really do it. And it's
I mean, so if they're just gonna remove her, like just wave hand, she's dead. Then I will have a problem. But I don't like hand wave it like that.
I'm just saying, Han went down the bridge. We didn't actually see him die. He's gonna pull a Darth Maul. He's coming back.
that's the same with the Emperor. I mean, the problem is they're just really deep holes. So you just have to assume that they died.
To be
I mean,
fair-
anything more than
To be fair, so was the one Luke fell down.
And Mace Windu.
he caught the thing, dude. Which now I will say anything more than
Yeah.
20
So
feet
what?
above the
So
thing,
what? Han can't catch a thing.
There's no way to survive that. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I know. I'm just saying, Darth Maul did, and he was cut in half.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it did. He used the Force.
Same thing Luke did. Luke didn't catch anything. Luke got pulled into an air vent. He didn't fall straight down. He fell to the side.
I think he'd still die, though. If we're going to be honest with ourselves.
Who, Luke?
I'm only joking, but it just seems like, I'd love for somebody to step up hard.
They don't have railings. Like, I feel like their future lacks railings, which would really help.
I am excited for the Solo movie, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go see it. It's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
of course.
I'm going.
Everybody's hating on it, but everybody's going to watch it because it's Han Solo. Like,
According to Spragsy, the start of the Last Jedi book starts with Han Solo's funeral. So, that doesn't prove much.
Is his body in there?
They went down on. How would his body be in there? The freaking planet he was on.
See,
blew up.
it is. He said, yeah.
What? How is his body there? The planet blew up.
Bro, you never leave a man behind. Somebody went and got him.
How? It was a deep, dark
They
pit
would.
on an exploding planet.
Somebody
plenty
went
of time.
Fucking Chewie probably went back and got him, dude.
Chewie with a rope and a torch. That's all
Chewie
he
had
Yeah.
to go and get the Millennium Falcon.
He probably fucking flew it down there and grabbed him. I'm just saying, it's Han. Who would leave him behind?
Floating in space and Leia force pulled him. How would he force pull him? He's in smithereens. The planet exploded.
It's not the point. You have to find a way,
You don't
Gotta
survive
make it
a
happen.
planetary explosion like that.
Chewbacca has survived every movie so far. Why not?
Yeah,
I keep
Chewbacca
all
and
of this
R2
in.
are-
This is
are-
great.
Just want to be clear. Yeah, Chewbacca and R2 are like the Star Wars gods now. Now that Luke is dead, right?
No, because C-3PO... When did C-3PO... Was
He
in the
came after
prequel?
R2. He came after R2. R2 had been around long before C-3PO
Well,
was
hold
even
on.
Okay.
I don't know about new canon, but old canon, C-3PO was basically a rebuilt body. He was like 300 years old at the time, I think.
Well, I was thinking, Anakin built C-3PO. So if Anakin built
Anakin
C-3PO,
built
R2 had been around long before that.
Anakin built C-3PO from, like, discarded parts, I think.
Yeah, stuff that he scavenged on Tatooine.
But, like, I don't think it was complete. I don't know.
Do you think we'll ever get Mr. Bones in the game?
No.
I think so either. It'd be really cool if we did, though.
It's a quick off-topic thing, but I think it's worth mentioning. Do you guys think that the release of Strike Force will impact this game at all?
They'll have to turn it up a notch, I would think, because Strike Force is going to be huge.
It's worth mentioning, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen a lot of people play it, and I mean, it seems like a lot of people like both of these things, so I don't know. It's definitely crossed my mind. Whether it's from people going to play that more, or if it's just the two companies having to release things in a certain way to compete with each other, or I don't know. I just thought it was worth thinking of.
I mean, well, what can they, like, how would you, like, if you have a competitor like Marvel, what's funny about it is Marvel and Star Wars both benefit Disney, so it's sort of like,
So Disney's loving this.
with this, but, like,
Yeah, well, it's exactly why you'd want to breed competition between them. If you can build your own competition between
no
your
matter
two
what, you
games,
win.
yeah, exactly.
Whoever
You make more
survives,
money.
you're like, yep, I get money.
here's my thing. I think the problem that I think Swgoh is going to have is that it's really hard to attract and keep new players. They need to figure out a way to get people to be in a real guild and pull their weight in raids in a way that takes less than 2 years. That doesn't involve spending boats of money. That's the problem Swgoh has. Marvel's going to have the benefit of being a new game. It's going to start out. Although I will say, if you guys play that I'm a little irritated they took Black Widow off a node. So now I can't get Black Widow. Yeah, I'm a little irritated about that.
I thought
More
you
culture
were,
part of the world.
oh, you're further west than that, but alright. I'll believe you.
All right, so Lando, let's just finish with this. This is an important one. Lando, the new Han, anybody else? Got to be some bad guys we'll get, right?
Yeah, we're going to have the Game of Thrones chick. She's going to be a playable character, I bet.
Okay, whoever she is, sure.
Yeah, I don't know her name, of course.
3 people? What do we say? 3?
So,
Dude,
this has been the Future Is podcast, and we're gonna sign off.
Oh boy.